Welcome to Crypto Intuition. Today I'm going to talk about investment sentiments right after this message from our sponsor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to Crypto Intuition. I would like to first begin that I am not a financial advisor. I am a crypto investor and a former stock investor. Well, today's topic is something very close to me, and my journey in the stock investment world first began in 2011, and I learned a lot over the years about sentiments in the market and how people rush into judgments and how I could myself be prone to the cycles of what it is, of making bad investments, all throughout the process. It's all about a learning process, and I went through that, and I made some really bad investments in my day, and I wish I could take back time and just never have sold too early in some of those positions, because if I hadn't sold in some of those positions, I would have been really, really, really well off right now. I could have retired, but I was not as strong psychologically as I am now. I just sold and I believed in those investments. That's the thing about it. I believed in those investments, and I lost faith. And if I never lost faith, that I actually kind of knew what I was doing, that when things got tough, I sold all my positions. And it was a really wrong thing to do, because some of those investments would have been over 100x. At least I would have 50 times X some of those positions, because they were invested in some of the riskiest investments I've ever made. And if I held on for about 3 years, I would have been ready to retire right now. But I didn't. Well, the lesson here for today is that psychologically, you have to be prepared to invest in cryptocurrency or investments or whatsoever. And, if you're not prepared to deal with all these, sentiments, you should not go into the market right now, because you will only find yourself chasing the next opportunity, and then next thing you know, you bought too high, and then all your money is lost. Well, most of your money is lost, it's just a hard thing to stomach, and you think about it for a long time, and when you think about it for a long time and you get scared, you never really make that next good investment, that's possible good investment. And if you give up faith and you knew what you were doing, and you doubt yourself that you don't know what you're doing, you're only gonna hurt yourself in the long run, like I did. If I had the patience to wait 3 years, some of those investments would have made me be able to retire right now. And that's all the lesson for today. And never think that you don't know what you're doing, because if you don't have confidence in some of the things that you're doing, you are not going to get anywhere, especially in the crypto trade. And here from a guy who's experienced all this roller coaster rides between all the investments what should have, what could have, and you think about all these things and never, never, never give up. Because if I hadn't give up, I would have been really good right now. And that's it for now for Crypto Intuition.